A large amount of time in any Valheim playthrough is spent at sea, stuck on the same 4 basic boats for countless hours. But what if you could construct and design your own boat? Today, I'll be checking out the Valheim Raft mod, which allows you to build your own completely custom ships, making it possible to place anything you could on land now on your very own boat. So of course, I would take this opportunity to live on the water like any true Viking would, planning and building my very own ship that I could use as a base while I explored the 10th world's vast ocean. But I didn't yet know how one simple change could affect the whole adventure. My name is Jack, and thank you for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, the start of another run. Just like the start of any run, I ran around scavenging for the basic starting materials, but I wanted to get on the water as fast as possible, so I'd put off building a starter base in favor of gearing up for the construction of my ship right away. But first, I would need to find the coveted early axes to collect fine wood for the build. But like you guys warned me in the last video, sometimes the 2 axe heads aren't easy to find. Make the vehicle hammer. I build. Valheim Raft adds quite a bit of new things, new custom building blocks, sails, cannons, and much more, of which I'll just be scratching the surface of in this video, mainly being focused on the ship-related aspects of the mod. But there's also land vehicles and even flying vehicles if you're interested in those sorts of things. Those carrots right there. Might as well grab those. Oh. Nice. Got the one I wanted. That went right through him. There's one. Finding one axe head, I still needed to find the other. And to give you guys an idea of how hard it can be to find these things, they can only spawn in one of 13 variants of the abandoned house in the meadows. The curious being in variant 6 with a 55% chance of spawning in the chest, and the mysterious being in variant 2 with a 55% chance also. But this variant has an only 50% chance of containing a chest in the first place. So needless to say, it took me quite a long time to find what I was looking for. This one's it, I'm feeling it. Oh, not even a chest. Never mind. Carry on. Oh my. Alright, well, we found it. I ran right past it. There we go. Getting the early axes, it was finally time to start construction on my boat. So I started chopping down every tree in sight because I would need a lot of wood. Alright, let's build it a little bit out in the bay. Starting my build with the custom pieces, I use the same freehand building method that I do for my base builds. But I've never built a boat before, so there'd be a lot of trial and error. I feel like it needs to be one longer. Let's do this. Let's just place this here for now and see if I can steer it a little bit more into the bay. There we go. That looks about right. Boat-like. Now having a general size of what I wanted, I switched to the hull pieces and started building out to the under part of my ship. See if I can get this ladder on. There we go. Perfect. Moving on to the deck, I started thinking out how I could design this boat to live off of. Because in Valheim, you need to fit a lot of stuff in your base as you move throughout the game. So I needed at least to have a storage area, a bedroom, a workshop, and some free space to house all the other necessities. Okay, we'll put this workbench down in the basement for now. Basement. We'll put this down in the hall. Having the base of the ship done, I moved on to framing a room as kind of a captain's quarters to house my bed and all the comfort items. And I also started playing around with small details around the boat, because I find that adding small details can really make the build. Maybe put the ladder off the side, off the back here, if I can. Put a campfire down here. Can. Okay. We'll just make this our home then. Setting up a temporary shelter down the hall, I began work on the upper room, which I ended up redesigning a couple of times. Should have maybe did one higher. Might as well, since I'm changing the roof anyway. And while I'm rebuilding, I would just like to say thank you for watching this video. And I also want to give a quick shout out to our channel members, who I appreciate very much. Moving to the upper deck, I decided to add a small pavilion just to have a roofed area. No. There we go. That looks good. And after placing a dragon figurehead to the stern, I was finally ready to start filling out the captain's quarters. I also decided to reconfigure the helm a little bit, bring it forward to give me a little bit more space on the upper deck. Yeah, this will be like this. Thick boy. Right up here, probably. Place the mast right here, maybe. I might move it. Maybe that one right there. I think I have to take a step back, see how it looks. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think the two sail look good. Getting my masts and sails done, my boat was now operable. And a good part about having a boat base is that I was now free to move it anywhere I wanted. Where'd my other sail go? Oh, they're glitched. I have everything in the boat, so I could sail down. Kind of hard to see. My sail's missing from the front, but I need to go down the way a little bit. This thing is quick. But let's park over here. Then at least I'm closer to the trees. Backing my boat up into a fresh forest, I decided to add some rudders for better turning. Put the bed right here. And with my scarce amount of resources, I began filling up my empty ship. But since I haven't even killed the first boss yet, I'd have to wait to decorate and expand as I moved throughout the biomes. Yeah, we'll just do those two for now. Might want to add some detail on the sides. Okay, I think I'm done with the ship for now until I get more stuff. I'm gonna go fight Ichthyr and then hopefully get the Bronze Age going. Preparing to fight the big deer, I added some more storage to my hull so I'd be ready to collect when I made it to the Black Forest. And after crafting the finewood bow, I made the short voyage over to Icthyr's altar. Oh, my sails are gone. Little weird looking, but I don't really feel like building them every single time. That's quick. How fast it is. That's what we like. All right, we're here. Oh, that was a terrible dodge. Yeah, Ichthyr down. After downing the first boss over 6 hours into the run, I crafted the antler pickaxe and went back to the sacrificial altar to turn in his trophy. Okay, I got the pickaxe. Let's go turn the head while we're here. It's just right down the coast, so it should be easy sell. So much faster. Right here. Back to the ship. We really need this in official Valheim. It's actually really cool. And after getting my first Forsaken power, I decided to sail over to the Elder since I already discovered his location while searching on my starting island. I think I'm just going to go right to the Elder and explore that Black Forest. Sail's a little bit in my way. Let's sleep right on the boat. That's so nice. But on the way, I searched the coastlines for tin and copper so I could start one of the longest grinds in the game, which is the Bronze Age. Did I get him? Oh, it's a little glitchy, guys. That looks like copper. Whoa, oh no. It seems like the ship is a little faster than I'm used to, because I unfortunately beached it while going for a copper deposit, so I would need to find a way to get it back in the water. I might have messed up a little bit. Gonna crush me? Let's see, I just need to hit a bigger wave. That should get out of it. There we go. Let me get this whole copper deposit. And after freeing my ship, I had to take out a whole horde of Grey Dwarfs in order to claim my copper deposit. Oh, the axes are so good. Almost don't want to use them because they're so good. Slowly building up my stockpile of ores, having a ship as a base was really starting to show its value. Just being able to have a large amount of transportable storage really changes the way you play. Being able to go coastline to coastline collecting resources. Oh no. Oh, he found me. Okay. Getting scared off by a bear, I decided to keep moving because I would need to clear some dungeons in order to progress anyway.
We're leaving.
I then decided to make a quick pit stop to hunt some deer because I was running low on food.
Sails are gone again. Seems like when you leave the render area, the sails disappear. That makes sense, I guess. My ladder's gone too, though. I can't grab it. I can't. Alright, we'll go around back.
Heading back to my boat, I cooked some food over a campfire I placed on the upper deck, and then I logged in and out to see if that would fix my sails.
Now I got double sails and I log in, log out. We'll fix it later.
Arriving on the shoreline close to the Elder, I decided to search inland for dungeons.
There's one. One single core. Okay. Looks like this is the way to the Elder too. And there is our Elder. I'm gonna see if there's a coastline near here. Sail my boat around. Yeah, there is ocean around, so I can sail my boat around the Elder.
Finding a coastline close to the Elder, I decided to clear a few more dungeons and then quickly sail my boat around so I could be closer.
There we go. There's 4. And there's even more.
Heading back to my ship, I still had to figure out where I was going to place my furnace and charcoal kiln, because I had fairly limited space and I wasn't sure how it was going to react while I was moving.
Let's see where I could put these. This over here, I guess, for now.
These do take up quite a bit of space, and I might have made the boat a little bigger if I thought of this before, but maybe I could make a bigger ship when I unlock more building resources.
Alright, hopefully this is fine while I'm going. Yeah, seems to be fine. Alright. I like how I could just go through all the boulders.
Following the coastline, this would end up taking a little more time than expected.
Hopefully my haul is alright. Dang, I have to go really far around. Might as well keep my eye open for Yagluth. Oh my gosh, guys. Ah. So the first planes I roll by, I see Yagluth in this video. That's crazy how it works. Oh my gosh.
Yagluth can really be hard to find sometimes, so it's nice when you can find them without even trying. But honestly, with the speed I was sailing, I could explore a lot faster than usual, making finding things a lot easier.
No, it's all fine.
And because I was covering so much ground so quickly, I was also able to find Haldor pretty early.
That was bound to happen for how fast I was exploring. Almost just killed myself, by the way. I'm gonna clear that dungeon too to get a portal. Hello, Haldor. How you doing, buddy? And that's it for this dungeon. But we got what we needed. think somebody told me in the comments you can break this rug for a free trophy. You can. That guy is a genius. I might need to stay here for a little bit and get some gold. So I'm short, quite a bit short as well.
After getting a portal down, I decided to keep going despite not having enough funds for the belt.
See if I can get through here with my big ship. Probably go left and then hang right fast. Double shipwreck right there. Is that gettable? On like a sandbar? This is on a little sandbar. No way. Wow. Okay. That's what we like to see. Park like right over here should be good.
And after a long but very successful sail, I finally made it around to the Elder. And now I would work on making bronze to upgrade my equipment.
Yeah, we need a dandelion. Okay.
Missing a dandelion for my health mead, I explored in search of a meadows biome and collected ancient seeds to summon the Elder along the way. Now having meads going, I started making bronze for better gear and doing some upgrades on my ship.
Looks pretty good, guys. Not gonna lie. I like it. I want to separate this a little bit.
Having unutilized space in my hull, I decided to separate it into a storage area and another room I could use for the future.
We'll do that.
And after collecting enough gold for the belt, I portaled back to Haldor for the big upgrade.
Hopefully this is enough. It is, just barely. Perfect. Okay. Big upgrade.
Feeling stronger, I hopped back into my portal and encountered another small glitch.
It's taking a long time, guys. Am I glitched? Oh, there it goes. It worked.
Arriving back home, I continued to smelt down my stockpiled materials and deciding what armor I should use.
I don't make bronze armor very often. I think I'm gonna go with bronze armor just for fun.
In these runs, I like to change up the build I'm running to keep it engaging for me. So this time I decided I wanted to use heavy armor and run a pirate style sword and buckler build. But I also needed to start farming carrots, so I tested out another feature of the Valheim raft mod, which allows you to place farmable dirt blocks on your boat. So I constructed some planter boxes around to start a small farm.
That's the first time I killed a bear. It's funny. I don't think I've killed a troll yet either. Should I just never kill a troll? Then I can never get a troll raid. That's a scary man. Why is my ship underwater? I can't tell if that's a glitch or... I sure hope it is. It looks like it's just underwater. Thank God. I don't know what I would have done. Some of my stuff is off the ship now, though. I should be able to dive off maybe the back and get it.
Using mods like this always introduces some bugs, but overall this mod has been running quite well, and seems like if I encountered any problems, a quick relog would fix most issues. Crafting my bronze armor, I was now almost ready to fight the Elder, and all that was left to do was to wait for my carrots to be done so I could make some better food. And after finding some more rubies, I decided to craft the bronze pendant using the free bear trophy I got from Haldor's camp. And finally, I was ready to challenge the second boss, so I made my way over to his altar.
Let's do it. Look at that fat sneak attack damage. Ooh, that's a bad dodge. He's giving up. Oh, never mind. And there we go.
With the Elder defeated, I can now move my ship over to the swamp. And just like how I found most of the copper and tin from the coastlines, I would also try to spot swamp crypts from the sea as well.
It's a big mountain right there. I'm gonna mark that mountain. There's bone mass. It's actually kind of a small swamp. I think it'll be fine if I park it here.
Finding my first crypt, I quickly parked my boat and went to clear it. And just like every playthrough, I would need a lot of iron, especially if I was going to run heavy armor.
All right. Let's get in here. Bone mass location, but we already know where he is. No iron, but a lot of wood.
And with my first bit of iron collected, I wanted to smelt it down so I could get the iron buckler right away, which would make it easier for me to clear future dungeons.
Oh, I just picked up iron through the wall. Jeez. And place this on top of here. I want a iron buckler. Bad.
With my small upgrade, I went back into the crypts to collect some more iron.
I don't think I want to mine all these scrap piles. I think I'll just keep looking for more dungeons. I'm looking for turnips. There's an abomination. Clean. Oh, there's some turnips. This is another abomination. I don't know if I want to make the root harness or not. Just because it's pretty basic, you know, I always use it.
Gathering all I could from that swamp, I moved my base on to the next.
There's hill deer. I'm not even going to stop there, to be honest. Go way too fast. I was on my phone. There's one.
But before clearing more, I wanted to clean up my cooking area, so I placed a stone cutter so I could add a hearth.
There we go. That's better. My carrot's all the way back there. Finally some iron. Only 10 though.
Not getting too lucky with the iron from the chests, I decided to craft a sword and stockpile the rest until I had enough to make a full set of armor.
I don't think I've made iron nails yet. Let's see how this works. Look at that. That thing's cool.
After getting iron nails, I was able to craft the custom ramp from the raft mod, which is actually really useful, allowing me to rely less on my ladders.
There's 2 more dungeons here. Think there's a closer one? Yeah. No iron at all. I think my ship's glitching. I'm gonna log in and out quick.
This one might have been the ramp. I think if it makes contact with the shore, it might be a little glitchy. But this one was a little bit annoying because it puts the ship farther from shore, making it hard to swim to.
This is scary. Okay. Get these carrots at least now. Finally some iron. There we go. Spice rack. I need 3. I need 1 more. Why am I so low? Oh, that's why I'm low. I have no poison resist. Okay, I think I have enough iron for now. I'm gonna go back to the meadows and farm some food. Maybe some wood to do some base upgrades. Well, some ship upgrades, I suppose.
Collecting more than enough iron for the armor, I was now pretty low on wood and food, so I decided to head over to a meadows biome to restock and smelt down my ores.
Ah. So I think I have to retract the ramp every time I leave the boat, it seems. Unfortunately. I do kind of want to fill out this bottom part more. Looks kind of sparse at the moment and kind of just random. We will buy some barrel hoops. You know what? I kind of want to buy this because it'll make it easier to see for you guys. Hopefully. Oh, it worked. Okay. Yeah, I like that. See? I'll put this on. It doesn't really help at all, guys. I thought it was a lot brighter than this. This thing sucks.
Slowly smelting down all my iron ore, I took some time to make some changes to my base, filling out my storage room and adding to my cooking station and farm area.
I do have to definitely change up my garden area. I need more grow space for sure. I think that's good enough. Oh, cool.
And after dealing with the swamp raid, I finally had enough iron to upgrade my armor.
All right, let's see if I can make some armor. Blood bag, raspberry, and dandelion. All right, I'll start heading towards bone mass. I just need some food. Here's the big mountain right next to the shore. Maybe I'll mark this.
After I was done resupplying, I finally headed back to bone mass. But I was having a little problem with my boat farming because when the plant reaches maturity, it floats in the air where it was and doesn't follow the movement of the ship, which caused me to lose most of my crops. So despite being all ready for bone mass, I was waiting on my food. If you guys know me, I like to play really safe and make sure I don't die unnecessarily. So I decided to go back and collect a little more iron while I waited for my crops to grow. Because of course, in Valheim, you can never have too much iron.
Why are they all gone? Ah, All right. I think I need to switch my farm to off the boat. Maybe I'll set up a portal somewhere. Because I need more room for one, and losing crops because of the movement is not good.
And after some days of mining and farming, I finally had some decent food and was ready to fight bone mass.
All right, I think we can go to fight bone mass now. Just gonna pull right up to bone mass. I think we're all ready to go. I'm gonna kill this leech. I'm gonna do a skills check. Not bad. We're gonna use the sword just because we want to train up our skill a little bit more. Bone mass is a good target to train skill on. It's because he has so much health. Now we have to be a little bit careful. Blocking is a little risky sometimes. I think we're just going to dodge the attacks instead. I might run out of durability, actually. It's nice that my ship is right there. I could just go repair my sword if I need to. Okay, I'll probably kill these guys and then try to go repair my sword quick. Haven't done this since hardcore, repairing mid-fight, but I guess I didn't really think about it. Oh god, he went all the way to my ship. Okay, let's lead him away from my ship a little bit. Okay, I have 10 seconds on my poison. We are going to back off slightly. Gonna redo my food and then my poison, and then we should be good for the rest of the fight. Yeah. All right, this should be it. Nice. That is bone mass down.
After acquiring the wishbone, I was now ready to sail over to the mountains, of which I had a few marked on the map already.
I want to get rid of these.
Getting rid of my unreliable planter boxes, I went over to Haldor and started a small farm there. Waiting for my frost resistance meats to be done, I collected some more wood and tended to my farm.
I'm up to kill this troll.
With my meats done, I made my way up the mountain to find silver and hopefully the location of Muther.
I got the Drake trophy first kill.
Once I climbed up the first steep cliff, I quickly found a frost cave, which I wanted to clear with the hopes of finding the boss location.
Why is there a fish in here? Oh, it's one of those. I don't think I've ever seen a lake in here. Aren't there supposed to be fishing rods in here?
After clearing the frost cave, I ventured through the winter storm to look for my first silver vein.
I hate stone golems.
In collecting my first batch of silver ore, I decided to portal a stone and run the silver instead of using a cart, because I was fairly far away from the cliffside and I wanted to take this opportunity to explore the surrounding area.
There's some onions. There's Muther. And she's not that far.
Discovering my next boss location, I still wanted to farm this mountain some more, so I'd get the silver I needed here and eventually sail towards the other mountain.
Got some silver now. Do I not have a wolf head? No.
Smelting the silver down that I had collected, I upgraded my cloak so I would no longer have to use any frost meads.
Cape upgrade.
Finding dragon eggs around, I wanted to collect 3 of them just in case I couldn't find any around Muther.
20, 20. So I need 60, 40, 100.
Needing one more silver vein, I re-equipped my wishbone and went searching the cliff sides. And once I collected this one, I set up a cart so I could wheel to shore and pick it up with my boat.
Okay, let's park it right here.
Sailing my boat over, I finally had enough silver to craft whatever I wanted, and all I would need to do is smelt it all down, so I took this opportunity to do some upgrades and prepare for the upcoming fight.
I kind of want to sort this room out a little bit. Holy crap. Why am I flying so fast? This has to be a glitch, right? Okay, let's stop. I'm cruising. Why am I going so fast? Traveling this fast definitely makes the world feel a lot smaller in a way. I wonder if they do that on purpose, where you just travel really slowly to make the world feel big.
Waiting for all my ores to smelt, I finally got around to filling out this last area in my hull, which I decided to make just a small room for my portal, forge, and maybe my artisan table in the future. And with that done, I went to upgrade my sword and my armor.
Chain, okay.
Ready to fight Mother, I started hiking the eggs of the mountain to place them in her altar. And while I was up there, I set up a portal so I could easily get back from my ship.
That's another Yagluth down there. Boys. Yes. Perfect timing.
After luckily finding yet another Yagluth altar, I also managed to get another Drake trophy, which allowed me to complete the silver armor set before the fight.
Okay, we're gonna add a pillar here. And then we're gonna do one over here. I would say this is not very ideal for fighting Mulder, but just because the elevation changes, she's gonna land on the rocks quite a bit. But I'm pretty prepared, so I think I'll be fine. I'll do a quick skills check here, and we will go. Yeah, looks like I won't be able to attack her. Do a little bit of poison damage. Yeah, see, that's just not it right there. I'm just not a fan of that. Okay, she's coming up. That's fine. Yeah, not a fan of that. Shoot her a little bit, I guess. Well, I wish she would fly. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Oh, I thought I was flying. Ooh, that might hit me. Yeah, I need to run around a little bit there. When she flies directly over the pillars, she can still hit you over the top. Oh, did she land up there? What the heck? This could be it right here. Okay, she's a little glitched, but oh, there we go. Not a bad fight.
Taking down the 4th out of 7 bosses, I was now ready to sail to one of my favorite biomes in Valheim, that being the plains.
I think we sail around to the other side of this island and see if we can find that plains area where Yagluth is.
Setting sail on what I thought would be a short trip actually took me almost all the way to the Ashlands in the south. So I spent some time exploring the southern regions of the map.
Did I just shore my boat? Oh, I'm in the plains. Wonder if I could push this out the way.
Running my boat aground yet again, I attempted to dig it out with my pickaxe.
Okay. Okay, what if I take this and spin it around? That actually worked. Okay. There's a village here. I think this is a good place to stick by. Oh, there's Yag right on the coast. Well, maybe I'll just stick by Yag then. Skeleton surprise. Skeletons took this one over.
Landing in the plains, I started venturing out right away, searching for totems and villages in order to farm black metal.
Well, let's see if I can kill this Lox. Ow.
The sword and buckler build is one of my most favorites in the game. Not only is it fun to stun enemies with a well-timed block, it is also very strong because of the double damage you deal. And I like to try a lot of different builds in these videos, so if you guys have a favorite one, let me know.
Alright, let's see if I can slowly pick people off here.
Returning to the village that I passed while sailing down the coast, I worked to slowly exterminate the large amount of feelings that lived there.
Ooh! Alright. We dodge, we dodge. Oof, okay. Oh, this is risky. I don't like this. Switch to poison arrows. Let's use bow. Ooh, shaman's a problem. Okay, we are going to take a potion. It's a lot of goblins, guys. Look at how many of them there are.
There seems to have been a crazy amount of feelings in this village, but clearing it did give a nice amount of black metal.
Okay, we're gonna take out this 2-star with my bow. Just don't want to get one shot by him. There's a tar pit right there. Ow. Okay, another potion. We're not gonna die.
Finally killing most of the enemies, I was able to grab some flax and barley so I could start making progress on a farm.
Okay, I'll come back for the rest of those. I'm gonna be here for a little bit, so maybe I'll put the furnace outside. This boat's getting a little cramped. I think I want to build a bigger boat.
Wanting to collect some tar for a possible future build, I went back to the pit by the village to hopefully drain it.
There's 4 of them. Death, death, death. Oh my gosh, run away. There we go, he's on fire. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh.
I don't know about you guys, but for some reason I always struggle quite a bit with growths. I think it's because of the slowing effect they deal, and also I was still using the finewood bow, which is pretty weak for the plains. After killing all the growths, I dug a trench into a nearby ravine to drain the tar. Returning to my ship, I collected the black metal I left smelting to hopefully use for some upgrades.
Land vehicle. Explosive cannonball. I will not upgrade my shield. I will only use the buckler like a true pirate. Alright, let's go grab the rest of the black metal. Oh. I don't know if I can kill 3 of them at once. Need more potions. Let me get those going once I get back. So I need... Oh, I think I do need raspberries even for the medium one.
Needing more raspberries, I decided to go exploring across the plains to find the meadows, while hopefully collecting more totems along the way.
No totem, though. Not really too interested in no totem. There is a totem. Nice. Berserker. Totem. 3 berserkers. Could maybe kill this berserker. He's running back to the village. I guess not.
Not finding any meadows in the north, I decided to head back to sleep and continue my search in the morning.
There we go. That was close enough. Oh, there's a tower. Should we do the tower for fun? Might have to. Okay, we're gonna mark this. I might come do it later.
And in typical Valheim fashion, I got distracted by the big tower and forgot all about how I needed raspberries. Back at base, I started smelting my iron reserves and worked on my farm to hopefully make better armor and weapons. Getting my first bit of linen thread, I decided my first upgrade would be my sword. And then I also decided to upgrade my axe because I was still using the early axes that I made all the way back in the meadows.
Okay, I need to go find some more raspberries, and I believe there's a meadows right over here. So I'll make my way towards there.
After grabbing some raspberries, I finally started brewing some more healing meads. And now I was pretty much just waiting for more linen thread and barley for flour. But I still needed 2 more totems, so I went to clear more villages.
Okay, let's put this here instead.
I also decided to make a locked cape because it doesn't require silver to upgrade, making it more cost effective.
Woo!
And after clearing the north village, I only needed 1 more totem before I could summon Valheim's 5th boss, Yagluth.
Just need 1 more totem.
Making sure I was fully prepared for the fight, I made some fire resistance meads and started using my linen and iron to upgrade my armor.
There's a totem.
Traveling south, I found the last totem I needed, so I began taking out the fuelings living in the village. And with the last totem in hand, all that was left to do was some final preparations and finish brewing my meads.
Upgraded my sword again.
While I was waiting for my meads to be done, I started harvesting the surrounding stone pillars because I now had an idea of how I'd build a bigger boat.
Yeah, there we go. What's going on out there? Oh, they're destroying my crops, aren't they? Oh, stop.
Upgrading my gear a little, I was now finally ready to face Yagluth, so I went to bed at my cozy boat base so I was well rested for the fight.
Okay, I think it's time to kill Yag. I am wet, but it'll wear off. Skills are looking good. Let's do it. Oh, he picked me up. Might have to move to another pillar soon. Okay, might have to kite for a little bit here. Maybe I'll shoot him. Oh, I only have fire arrows. Yeah, never mind. One more rotation, he should be dead. Oh. There he goes. Not bad.
And after defeating Yagluth, that is where I will sadly leave you guys for today. But our adventure is not over yet. In the next video, we'll be further exploring the Valheim raft mod, tackling my lack of space problem by building an even bigger base. And of course, I still have to take on the last two bosses. So if you have watched this far, you might as well subscribe and drop a like if you've enjoyed. And until next time, thank you for watching.